Welcome to Alaya, a place to connect and renew yourself. Mishalja venyat kosam vensheda kalak no sakiana vishnasam kasho nekran klashe domran saki veno klasa venshetam honshu nam ka eniklasum nesha Vinesam koshanie naka dishno klasive tu. To have the awareness of who and what you are. The intellect says, well, I'm so by my name, a human, but it's time to wake up. For the human part of you is just one part. It's the part that anchors you to the earth. But there's another part of you that is free. It's free to transcend the body, the earth, the beliefs, the concepts, and the conditioning. Now, how do we do that? How does one wake up? Well, for one thing, you hear the alarms going off. That is the chaos, the destruction, the fear, those that rule with fear and darkness and control. Those are alarms going off. The destruction of the earth is a major alarm going off. When you realize that you are the earth, and what's happening to the earth is happening to you. We cannot disconnect. It is the very nature of our being, the very core of the self that is the earth. So we are earth beings, and it's very natural for us to be a part and to feel and to recognize what is taking place on the earth, in the earth, around the earth. We are raised in limitation and beliefs, concepts, and conditioning. As a child, you are told, this is what you are. This is who you are. And sometimes they say you are bad because you don't behave yourself. And other times, oh, you're a little angel walking around. But the reality of it is, you are the earth. The body is something just borrowed. It is just part of the earth. But you are more. You are more than just the earth. You are more than that. You are consciousness, the consciousness present as form. The earth is the consciousness as you are the consciousness. As humans evolved, they began to become conscious. And in that consciousness, they began to find themselves as separate. That's you, and this is me. That's the earth, and this is me. These are animals, this is me. We are so divided by our perceptions. To wake up to the actuality of your existence is to realize that you are all of it. Now that's a big step, but you know it is time for humanity to take this leap. It can no longer act as a child, selfish and indifferent and angry and happy and separate. You cannot be separate from the earth, and you're not separate from others. So when you recognize that, you gain a great strength and power in this realization. Because as the consciousness, when you are aware of yourself as the consciousness, you have a great ability to mold and flow and be and know things that is beyond the intellect. The body is controlled by the intellect. The programming, the beliefs, the concepts, and these beliefs are used against you. You're being forced into something other than what you are. So, time to break out, time to wake up, time to know that you are the very presence of the consciousness upon this earth, within the atmosphere, within the animals. Everything is connected. And what we inadvertently destroy, we're destroying a part of ourself. When you really feel that you are the earth, you begin to take care. You begin to look at things in a different way. Instead of just seeing dirt, you see life. The earth is alive. It's the very mother of our beingness. To realize that's why it's called Mother Earth, because we are the children of the earth. We are the offspring of the consciousness itself. And to recognize that everything is connected. Now I know some of the things we don't really want to connected to. We don't appreciate, we don't care, we don't like what is happening. But ignorance rules. Unfortunately, ignorance has been having its way. But that has to give way. It cannot continue on that path because the earth will not allow it. And so we're approaching a very transition part of this awareness to transcend the past, to transcend beliefs and concepts and conditioning of what it is to be a human. Because very few people know what being human really is. You were told that's what it is. But to awaken to a new reality, to begin to recognize that there is something happening with the earth and also with humanity. Whatever happens to the earth happens to humanity. It's connected. It cannot be separate. We grow up in separation. We grow up as individuals, feeling separate, isolated, sometimes different. And we found out very early in life that difference brings problems. But the consciousness awakening within you makes you different, makes you unique, makes you see and know more than what those around you do. In childhood, when you awaken, you know things. But as it literally beat out of you in the growing process, people around you say, well, that's not right. You can't be that. So you settle for less. It is now time to embrace the moreness of this existence, to realize that we are beyond that kind of limitation and belief and conditioning concepts they say. You begin to say for yourself what it is, who it is, and how it is. To wake up to your true self, to allow that moment by moment is the truth of the consciousness that you are. The consciousness permeates the whole of existence. Nothing is outside of it. But also, the consciousness is not a controller. It does not force situations. It works through allowing. So if you can allow yourself to transcend the beliefs, the concepts, and conditioning of the past, and experiences condition you. So letting go of experiences. That is like we have photographs in our brain that says this is how it is, this is who we are, this is what life is. But those should be placed in an album somewhere else other than your brain, your mind, because those hold you into the past. When you wake up to the consciousness that you are, you become a being of the future. You are a future human being when you wake up. And a future human being has a responsibility, has an opportunity to wake those up around them quietly. People don't like to have their sleep disturbed. But the alarms are going off all around us. Humanity must wake up. I don't want to say or else, but there is an or else in that. You can't keep being selfish, indifferent, ignorant of life as it is to recognize all of life is part of itself. Nothing is really separate. You are the tree, you are the animal, you are the other person. That may seem like a problem, but when you recognize what that really is, you know that because you are the other person, you have a great possibility to lift and to bring into a higher awareness of all of life around you. So we embrace the tree, we embrace the animal, we embrace the others as the true self of this existence. To recognize the true self in this life, to awaken to that is possible in this very moment. To feel the connection. And when you feel the connection, you are feeding into that a higher possibility, a greater awareness, a greater energy that will lift and bring into focus a new possibility for this existence. Humans are designed to carry the consciousness into the future, into a greater reality and possibility. It's your opportunity to do something worthwhile just by being who you really are, moment by moment. So embrace the self, embrace the awareness, and don't think I'm a fool because I'm wide awake. I've been awake for quite a while, and often I don't like what I see because I see things going on that are destructive, that are not allowing, that are pulling us backwards. It is time to move forward, not back. We must move forward into our future as the consciousness, as a connected part of the consciousness of the whole of existence. It is not just the earth, it is the whole of the cosmos. We are far more than we ever thought possible. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you for your love and your support.